remember the brown stairs in our classroom? Yeah, we had to use a work rug, right? So I've got my work rug right here. If you don't have one at home, it's okay, but we'll use a work rug. And then at school, we would take one block off the shelf and take it to your rug. And then you go back and get the next block and take it to your rug. And then you get the next one. You get one at a time, right? See? I have brown stairs at my house. Mine are really beat up though. See? These are the brown stairs. Do you remember now? All right. Well, I can't send the brown stairs home with everyone. So, I printed you some brown stairs. Yeah. Pretty cool? So, you won't get all the depth of it, but you'll be able to put them in order from biggest or from smallest to largest, okay? So we're gonna do that. First, we're gonna lay them out. Lay them out. We'll figure out how we're gonna do this on the camera. Okay, so first I want you to find the very smallest brown stair, okay? So let's look all the way till we see a really small one. Oh! I think this one is the smallest. So, I'm gonna put it right up here. Man, see, this isn't working. Can you see that one right there a little bit? All right, we'll make that work. So now I have to figure out which one is the next smallest brown stair. I see it, it's right here. This is next, so I will put it right beside the smallest one. So this work is preparing you for the decimal system, if you didn't know that. So that doesn't mean much to you guys, but it will mean something to your parents. They'll understand that very good. So, there are 10 stairs, and each one will graduate by 1 centimeter, like 1 cubic centimeter, just like the Pink Tower. All right, so now I have to find the next smallest. And that would be, is it this one? No. What about this one? Does this one look like it's the next smallest? So I'll put it right next to it, right up there with my others. So, which one would be next? This one comes next. All right. So now I have to find which one is the smallest. It gets kind of tricky. I think this one comes next though. So my brown stairs are getting wider and wider and wider. All right, which one is next? This one. This one is next. So I'll put it up here. And you can see them, can't you? Yeah. All right. So now I have to see which one is smallest out of what I have, right? So this one is next. This is the next smallest. It's also the next biggest up here. But out of what we're looking at, we're looking for the smallest one right here, okay? So the next one would be this one, this guy. Mine are shiny, aren't they? Yeah. They're reflecting in the sun. All right, and then I have to decide which one of these would come next. Which one is smaller? What's hard to tell? I think it's this one. And then the biggest one is right here. So we completed the brown stairs. Yes. Does that look good? then we'll clean up our work just like we do at school. All right, we'll put this to the side, okay? Would you like to do some counting? I'm gonna lift up my camera a little bit so I don't have to bend down, okay? All right, let's count. I've got number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? 10? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I really have to figure out which way my camera is and how to hold these numbers for you. Yes, so we counted to 10 with our numbers. Do you remember what this one was? 7. This is 7. Do you remember what this number is? 5. This is 5. We have 3. About this. 2. This is 2. We have 8, right? So, if you're needing an activity to do, if you're running out of work, you can always do the work that has all the numbers on it, and then you can use counters, and that's a work that you can do anytime you want, and that's good for learning how to count. Okay, so don't forget that you guys have that still. I want you to practice, okay? All right. Well, that's all the work for today. I have been wondering if we could get your help, parents, with something. So this year we put together portfolios for each child. And inside the portfolio, it has all the tasks and concepts that we are learning in class from 18-month-old to 3 years old. So over the year, we've been marking off anything that they can master themselves. And then they're updated as of about around February, most of them. And so these portfolios will be passed on to the next class that your child goes to. So the older children are getting their portfolios complete. And we want to know if you can help us complete the portfolios and just to see where they're at now, as of now, like towards the end of the year. See what they've remembered. And this, you'll see, not everything is going to get marked off. That's perfectly fine. None of these are requirements for the next class by any means. This is just to see what they know, and this helps the teachers, their future teachers, see where they're at and where they're coming from, right? Does that make sense? Just to give them a heads up on what they might start working on with them. And so I thought about taking a picture of your child's portfolio and sending it to you, and then you can kind of assess your child at home and I don't like to quiz children, but just kind of through their work, kind of ask them questions, like, or show them this video and see what letters they remembered. And then if they are not marked off, write it down or type it out and send them back to us. Just a list of concepts and tasks that they can complete that were not checked off on the portfolio. So anything that we've missed or that they've mastered now that they hadn't mastered in February. Okay, so we trust you parents to help us out. If you can't, if you don't have time, it's all right, because the new teachers that are getting these weren't really expecting them, but they are happy to have them. So this isn't something that they have to have. This is just a little extra that's gonna just let them see where your child's at, okay? So it's not a big deal if you can't do it, but I thought it might be cool for them to have it. And then with the younger students, we still have to talk to the other twos class if they're still staying in the twos class, because as you know, Mrs. Moore and Miss King are not going to have a twos class next year. So Mrs. Moore is going to be in Splendid all the time, and then I'm going to be in the New Horizons class. So I hope that I can see some of you guys, but the little ones, the little twos that are going to stay in twos, we will pass the folder on to your new teachers too, and maybe they can add to them. We haven't talked to them though, so we'll see if that's something that they're able to do. If they like the idea, maybe they'll start some with their current students too. All right, so let me know. I'll probably type this out too and send it just in case you missed the video, for those that do. All right, so sorry friends, had to talk to Mom and Dad for a minute. So I miss you guys and I love you, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Okay, bye.